You are one of 7.6 billion individuals on this world, but what does it mean? How can those 10 numbers correctly depict the vastness of our species? Can we genuinely comprehend our influence on this planet currently? To better comprehend human existence on Earth, we analyze a range of data, including how many automobiles are on the road at once or how many emails are received every day, but maybe it would tell us more to take all that away. This is What If, and here's what would happen if all people suddenly departed from the Earth. Trains and vehicles without drivers would smash to rail and drop out of the sky within the first hour. Mass blackouts would start to occur throughout the world. Electricity produced by coal facilities would fail once their fuel ran out, while wind and water-powered systems would similarly shut down without human oversight. The following day, computers would act on their own volition to shut down nuclear reactors in order to avert calamity. The globe would be utterly without electricity, but nuclear disasters would at least be temporarily avoided on day 3. London's Big Ben rings for the final time as it needs to be wound every 3 days. Big Ben would chime over neighborhoods now inhabited by wild animals. Thousands of pets and zoo species would have to break free or risk famine within 10 days. Security safeguards at nuclear power facilities would eventually collapse, setting off a series of explosions and unleashing lethal radiation throughout the world. Wildlife in impacted locations would perish, while elsewhere, different species would dominate. Domesticated cattle and animals would go to the North American Great Plains, where they could graze freely. Supermarkets would be plagued with mice and rats, and former pets would become wild in their fight for survival. Within a few years, the cities we so readily identify now might appear like transformed natural theme parks. Radioactive radiation would have cleared and plants would flourish throughout the urban sprawl. Moss would overwhelm the streets while plants and flowers would travel up at long abandoned towers. In 30 years, the satellites we placed up to explore will fall back down to Earth with no one to gather their data. Residences and towers would have decayed or collapsed in some coastal locations. Whole towns would have been reclaimed by the sea and ancient ships drowned or ran aground will form the basis of new coral reefs. Despite our absence, global warming would continue for another 40 years. After we're gone, the Earth's temperature would rise about another 0.6 degrees, but the environment would nonetheless be improving drastically. By year 60, marine life would have nearly recovered from decades of overfishing and would be thriving. In 150 years, urban areas would be returned to their natural form. Before human time, London would return to marshland, while in northern places like Vancouver, bones of buildings would protrude out from layer upon layer of snow and ice. Las Vegas could seem like a big sandcastle after 230 years, but flora that has flourished in humans' absence will have cleared surplus carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Vast woods would have recovered the eastern half of North America, and the only trace humans ever lived would be residual steel and plastics. Once glorious landmarks would slowly succumb to decay. 500 years after humans disappeared, the world's forests would be the healthiest that they've been in 10,000 years. The natural world would have succeeded in erasing most of the final traces of human existence. Of course, even after 25,000 years, some of our plastic objects might still be found along with everything we've left on past trips to the moon. So if you've ever wondered what it means to be one of the 7.6 billion people on this Earth, then think of it this way: it would take more than 25,000 years to hide the fact that we were ever here. Our domination of the land is huge and incredible, and while humans might not disappear into thin air, we shouldn't take our planet for granted. How will you help to make our world a better place? Hey there, amazing viewers of Anythink Library! If you've enjoyed today's content and want to keep exploring the fascinating world of knowledge with us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. And if you found this video helpful or inspiring, give us a thumbs up by clicking the like button right here. Remember, your support is what keeps us going on this incredible journey of learning and discovery. Stay curious and stay with us at Anythink Library. Until next time.